Welcome back to 425. Very shortly, everyone's amazed by that, very shortly we're going to talk to a bus conductor, in actual fact, London's only singing bus conductor. Later before that we're going to talk to Orlando. This is Tim, this is Dickon.
Hello.
That was their song,
Hello.
Nature's Hated, which we thoroughly enjoyed there. Now, as I described at the start of the programme, people say that the new romantic scene is dead, etc. And you've been described as part of this new Romo style, haven't you?
We have. I think that's the best way to say it. We've been described as, wasn't our invention. But we're not going to shy away from any club that wants us a member. We've been ostracised from all the others. It's just a journalistic term for possibly a movement, if it's even as something as concrete as a movement that just wants to reject the horrible confines of Britpop and trainer rock and wants pop to be, well, a little more glamorous, a little more alive, and a little more caring and passionate and soulful.
Right. So you say you don't mind being described as part of this Romo style?
I don't mind being described as anything.
It's anything at all?
Nothing at all.
The journalists, I mean, they went mad over it at the start of the year, and yet now some of them are saying that already this revival, this new scene is dead. If it is dead, does that concern you and how you're going to carry on, and etc.?
They'll have their little games, and we just sit bemused at it all and think, oh, really? Oh, so that's what's happening now, is it? Oh, fine.
I think the people who
whatever you say.
I think the people who possibly started it have decided that it's dead as a movement because all of the bands went on tour. Yeah. Most of us hated each other. We certainly weren't going to form any. There's certainly not going to be a 25 years on What's Romo doing now, where we all sing on each other's record. So now the good bands just have to stand on their own 2 feet, and I think Orlando are good enough to stand on their own 2 feet.
You said you went on tour and most of the bands hated each other. And I know that you also say that you're very disappointed with just about all the other bands in existence at the moment, aren't you?
I think that's... I mean, people often ask us whether we hate bands like Cast or Northern Uproar or that ilk. And it's not a hatred, it's just a total disappointment because I just need more from pop music than that.
Why? What do you need from a band then?
Good lyrics, for one thing, which seems to be
what
a
about
lot
Oasis, Blur? Are they not providing
Oasis,
that?
I mean, the whole climate at the moment, which is why we had to come into being, is because there is this... Oasis have made it okay to be just a band and nothing more, no less, and that's fine. That's what they want to do. But they've actually extended it, and it's become the climate. So you can't not be like Oasis in that way. You can't be just a band who write songs which don't necessarily mean anything.
And I don't feel, as good as Oasis songs are, I don't feel they'd care the fact that I liked them. I don't think they'd ever
care about the fans and...
Not particularly. I don't think they'd care if I ever wrote them a letter and said how much those songs touched me. And just I know when I was growing up that those are the bands and those are the artists that were most important to me, the bands that I could throw myself a room listening to the music, but also sit back and write and tell them what I'm feeling and tell them what their music means to me. And that they would actually read it and possibly at the very best write back.
So are you saying then that as a group, if you get a letter from a fan, you do care?
Oh,
and you write
always.
Back to them?
I mean, that's...
Because just before you answer that, because I know that you've also gone on record as saying you don't mind if your fans don't understand you as well.
No, I think what we said about not understanding us is that we don't expect to suddenly reach everyone and for everyone to say, yeah, Orlando is exactly how I feel that song really meant something to me, because that's not really how pop music works. It's not how most people want their pop music. Most people want their pop music to cheer them up, to brighten their day with a tune, and hopefully we write tunes and songs and make the records that sound great. But so we're not under any naive delusion that our lyrics are going to reach the population. But they do reach some people, and we've had letters from people they've reached, and it's just been wonderful. It really makes it all worthwhile.
OK, well, sorry, did you want to say something?
No,
not at all. I
absolutely agree.
Jump in there. I was going to say that we are going to see you perform again later on. You're performing your single Just for a Second later on. We look forward to that. Thank you for joining us
so much.
on this interesting settee that we have here.